Hello Monkton and welcome to Wednesday. Today's stay-in workout is a slightly different one in that there's no live content to follow along with. Instead, this is a pre-record and it's premiering on YouTube at 4:15 on Wednesday, so hopefully that's where you are now. So thank you for joining us. Today we have a double feature in that we've got Mr. Good and Poppy and Miriam coming out later with some core work, some cardio work and some strength work. Ideas for you to do at home, and you can do them in your own time whenever you like. But first up, we've got some practices for cricket, and the skills focus for each week will vary between cricket, athletics, tennis. But today we're looking at cricket, and we're looking at the downswing, the bat path and the downswing, and playing the straight drive. And there's some challenging practices for you and some simpler ones for those who are just learning the game. The idea of these is that you can do them in any space you've got. If you've got a bit of garden, great. If you've got a patio, that's fine. And even indoors. So today's first practice, for example, you can definitely do that indoors without a ball, just working on that muscle memory and grooving. The key is for all of these things to repeat. You absolutely do get out what you put in. So get that work done, and then hopefully we'll see you back at school sometime soon. Take care. Today we're going to do 3 drills to help you with your straight driving cricket. And the first one we're going to do, you can do with, if you've got some stumps, that's great. If not, just find a couple of sticks you can poke in the ground, or if you're on a hard surface, anything you can stand up to give yourself a little gate to play through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that's just a decent step away from me. I'm going to set up in my stance, and then I'm going to take my shoulder and my head towards the leg stump there, and I'm going to have my foot in line, and then I'm just going to pass my bat through, trying to show that I've got an efficient downswing. So I'm going to get my eyes level to start with. I'm going to move my head on my shoulder, get my knee over towards where the ball's going to be, then I'm going to pass my bat through, and I'm going to point my bat straight at all times. So once you've tried that a few times and you've grooved it and you're in a stationary position and you're doing your downswing, you might want to go into the full swing here, where you do it in one motion. Okay, so once you've had a few goes of getting there in a nice stationary position and then passing the bat through the gate, what I'd like you to do is really challenge yourself to do it in one motion, and then just speed that up to more game-based speed, faster and faster, so you can be confident that your downswing is straight and efficient. So for the next practice, you just need to find yourself a tennis ball, and what you're going to do is you're going to place that tennis ball just underneath your chin there. You're going to hold it there, you're going to take your stance and your setup, and you're just going to hold the tennis ball there until you're ready to drop, and then when you drop it, you're going to hit it after the second bounce and play that straight drive. One more time. So get that tennis ball tucked in nice and tight. Take your stance, get your eyes nice and level. Ready, drop the tennis ball, second bounce, hit through. One more. Remember to transfer that weight by taking your shoulder and your head towards the target, and keep that bat nice and straight. Second bounce. Okay, so for our final practice today, we're just going to add a little bit more challenge by having to move our feet into the shot. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our bottom hand on the handle, and our top hand's going to be holding a ball. We're going to throw it ahead of ourselves. We're going to chase it, get into a good position, and hit it after the second bounce with 2 hands. Just gives ourselves time to put our hand back on the handle before we play the shot. Trying to play sort of in the straight V. So here we go. And again, we can play to mid-on if we can. And then try and play mid-off if we can. Just vary it. Obviously on a rough ground like this, the bounce isn't always perfect. One more, bit of an outside edge there. Might get away with it. Okay, so if you've got smaller people in your household and they might struggle with the shoulder drop or with throwing the ball into the right place for themselves, why don't you get down and give them a few feeds? I've got William here, he's in a set-up position ready to hit that straight drive. So he's got his back foot planted and his front foot's going to be out here with his knee bent. Bend your knee, William. Good boy. And then his bat's ready and he's going to hit this ball after 1 or 2 bounces, his choice. Off you go, watch the ball. Good boy. Try and hit it back to the camera if you can. Ready? Up. Hit it at the camera. Good boy. One more time.
Hello Monkton, welcome to our exercise session myself and Poppy and Miriam are going to be helping out and to show you what we're going to achieve today. As with anything, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. So we're going to work on 3 different sets of exercises. Firstly cardio, then core, and then upper body. So what you need is your own body weight and a small area of grass or ground that you can run between. So it's about 15 meters or so. And first of all, for the first 5 exercises, I'd like you to do a shuttle run where you run, touch the ground at the other end of the 15 meters and then come back again. And you're going to do that 10 times, and at the end of 10 times you're going to do an exercise. So as you watch these exercises, you might want to vary the number of repetitions and sets that we take and do. You tailor it to yourself to make yourself have the best workout you can have, depending on your fitness level and strength. It might be that you want to watch the clip completely through and then go back over the exercises, or actually stop the clip, take the exercise, have a break, and then see what's coming up next. So for the shuttle run, all I want you to do is run forward, touch the ground at the other end. Off you go, girls. To get the heart rate going, touch the ground and then come back again. And then they touch the ground and then they go. So the girls have just done their first 10 shuttle runs and now they're going into the 10 burpees. Try and get a big jump off the ground if you can, Miriam. A high jump, that's better. Good girl. And then when they've done their 10 burpees, they then start their 10 shuttle runs. Touching the ground and then making their way back again. So 10 sets of that again. 10 star jumps for the second round on cardio, and then when they've done 10, then they go for their shuttles straight into it, and so on. 10 sets. Okay, for the third exercise on the cardio, you're going to do 10 up and downs, where you literally stand up, lie down onto the ground with your chest flat on the ground, and then stand up again. So 10 of these, pushing up, and then when you've done your 10, then you go in straight into your running reps once more. So the 5th exercise is mountain climbers, and when you've done your 10, you stand up for shuttle runs, and then you go again. So that's the end of our first set of exercises, and if you wanted to repeat that or do more of the reps between the running, then please feel free and start that one again. Now we're going to move on to the second set of exercises, which is the core workout. So for the first core exercise, we're going to look at the plank. As you can see, Poppy here has got a straight back, her legs are straight and her elbows just under her shoulders, and she's looking forwards. She's going to hold this for 30 seconds. So if you have a clock or a watch available to time yourself, 30 seconds is your target, and you should feel it all along the length of your body if you're holding the position correctly. And be careful not to raise your backside in the air too high, because that's cheating. And if you want to go beyond 30 seconds, and I'm talking slowly now so Poppy has to hold it longer, please do. 1.5 minutes is the optimum time to do the plank. So for the second core workout, we're looking at the side plank here. The Pops lowers her side just a little bit to make it straight. There we go. That's the idea, and you do 30 seconds on one side, and then if Poppy swaps over to the other side, she changes round, and arm goes up in the air, looking at keeping that side straight as possible. Third core exercise is the crunch. And you see Poppy is going down, she's lifting her head up. She's not pushing her head up with her hands, she's just using her core muscles to hold herself up for 3 seconds, and then she's lowering herself down, and then she's going back up again. 1, 2, 3, and down, and then 1, 2, 3, and down. And if you do 30 seconds of this, that's brilliant. So for the third core exercise, I want you to do a sit-up row where you push your legs out and your arms, and you can feel the core strength and balance by pushing your legs and arms out. Look for 30 seconds of this. For the 5th core exercise, you have your legs just off the ground, your hands behind you, And then raise your hands and your legs. So we're on to our third set of exercises now, which is mainly looking at strengthening the upper body. If you want to obviously go back over the previous set of exercises and make them harder, then please do. And the same applies for these exercises now. If you want to put more reps in and make it harder for yourself, then please do. So the first upper body exercise is the press up. Hands are shoulder width apart, and you lower yourself down so your chest is near the ground and push up. How many of these can you push out in 30 seconds? Now, if you want to make it slightly easier on yourself, you can have your knees on the ground. Again, keep your back straight, go down, push up. It's a slightly easier press up, but the same strength with upper body is needed. If this is too easy for you and you want to make it more difficult, onto your knuckles, same shoulder width apart, down and up. How many of those can you push out in 30 seconds, have a break, and then add it up and do another 30 seconds? Third exercise is the tricep dip. If you find yourself a bit of wall or a chair or some stairs or something that you can push down on and raise yourself up, making sure that your arms are slightly further than the shoulder width apart, and you can push yourself up and feel the backs of your arms working. Again, if you do 30 seconds, as many as you can. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to look at doing the plank again, but do alternate arms and legs in the air. So, for 5 seconds, lift your left arm and your right leg in the air, and hold it and place it down, and then the same for the other side. All the time keeping your back straight. If you want to start slowly, and just move your left arm in the air, and then bring it down, and your left leg, and your right arm, and so on. So for the last strength exercise for the upper body, we're going to incorporate 3 of the different exercises. Firstly, I'm going to do 5 press-ups, and then hold it into a plank, and then I'm going to go into a crunch and do 5 crunches, and I'm going to keep going through that rotation. And at the end of those first 3 exercises, I'll give myself a break and then go back into it again. So, 5 press-ups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go into the plank, and I hold that for as long as I need to make my body work, keeping my back straight, and then I go into the crunch, with my legs in the air, I go up, hold, 1, 2, 3, and down, and then I have a break there, but if I feel I'm okay to carry on, I go back into it, into the plank position again, and carry on. It's up to you and your ability and your strength and your stamina to challenge yourself, and remember, what you put in, you get out. So I hope you've enjoyed taking part in the challenges this afternoon, and although I'm no Mr. James or Joe Wicks, I hope these have given you a good idea and understanding into ways that you can help strengthen yourself and build stamina, but most importantly, you tailor it to yourself in terms of how many repetitions and how many sets you do when it comes to pushing yourself. Thanks so much for listening and being there and watching. Stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.